Hi everyone, here is Karin from Switzerland, and I want to share with you my second made junk journal that is for my personal use, but I want to share with you what I've done. So we get into it. I made it with a book cover, but it's not a so old book cover. I covered it with a fabric. I stenciled on and stitched on by hand. Everything what I made here in this journal I made by hand, the stitching. And the measures are 14 by 21, about 22 centimeters, and the cover are 6 centimeters. And yes, I collaged a little bit on the front, put the book corner on it. On the back I stenciled too a little bit, and the spine I made with eyelid fabric, and under this fabric is blue fabric. Yes, and that's a 5-stem template stitch that I made with 3 signatures in it, and it's very chunky, although I don't decorate it too much, the pages, but I want when I journal in, I will decorate it. And I made a ribbon closure that I doubled up. Yes, get into it. The dangle, sorry. And I made a chain dangle thingy with a tree charm and a sun and the moon here, and 2 flowers, and I put it here through these 2 holes and closed it with a closure. So I can take it out and change it up when I want. So now we get into it. In the inside I put also fabric on, and a fabric pocket here on the back too. Also, it's very chunky, that journal. So the first page, on all 3 signatures I made this sort of library pocket. This I did decoupaged with the puppy napkin, and I made tag with dried flowers, and that's tracing paper, and a scrappy tag with scrap paper, and sorry, dropped it, and scrap fabric, and that's a little bit of ruffle and a little bit of collaging up and down there. Flap, and that paper I dyed with avocado. That's an envelope that I done a little bit of stamping and stenciling and had a little bit fun with that. It's not so, you see, not very much, but, and I put a vintage card, Valentine's postcard in it, That's from the 1937, and it's from England. Avocado dyed paper, a glassine bag that I stenciled and stamped on it, and I made a journaling card with my daughter on it. That's for me, but then she was a little bit younger. And that's a coffee dyed paper, dictionary page, an altered playing card. That's a quartet card set that I made to a journaling card, and a tag. And here I stitched by hand on the border, and in the inside I may practice a little bit with the sewing machine. That came better than the others that I made. But how I say, practice. Avocado dyed paper here. Sheet music from a guitar music book. Fabric flip with a little bit of lace. I decoupaged this. That's from the Daphne's Diary. Fussy cut it and then decoupaged. And that's an envelope, but here is nothing in it. And that's a pocket corner with a journaling space and a journaling card. That's my town, Lucerne. And a trifold envelope that I saw in, I think I saw this in Gail's Agostinelli's channel, and I will put the link in this description box below, so you can check her out when you haven't. Sorry. And here I put playing cards with butterflies in it, but I don't alter it. I put it here, and I will alter it when I get to the journal. Avocado dyed paper that I border punched. Dictionary page, and that's a crafty Irina pocket that I made to a flip, and there is a pocket in the front with a scrappy, a little bit of everything paper here in it, and a tag. And here I made an envelope out of a dictionary book page, and I stamped and put the paper doily on it, and yes. And here is a pocket too. Sorry, I'm out of frame here. Here, I made a pocket too. A top pocket, should I say, and I attached it with a fabric that I used inside on the cover. Coffee dyed paper, glassine bag, avocado dyed paper, envelope, tuck here. And the last side of this first signature is a double corner pocket, and I put a card that I altered in it, and an envelope that I made, and I make a little bit of collaging here and then on the front, also on the side. And here I let it is the date from the paper that I had. 75 is that it's corrugated, but it's 75. And here is the certificate inside that I liked. It's in Italian. And so I put in it here. I don't close it up. Will go ages. The second signature, it's very much coffee dyed paper and nature colors. That's the library pocket with that dried flower tag. I will make more of these. I like to make it. And that's the scrappy paper tag. And a little bit of collaging here and on the side of the page. Coffee dyed paper, that's an envelope. And the inspiration of this envelope collaging I took from the Tracy Fox Love Junk Journals, I think. But I will put the link also below. And she made wonderful collaging sheets, and she sells them too on her Etsy store. And I will show you when I find the other side from the envelope. Where are you? Oh, I don't know where you are. Sorry. Here. That's the one side. I put very much the same paper, but a little bit off or on, but very much the same. And and here too. So chunky. Yes. And here I put a card in it, but it's not a vintage card, but I like the picture on it. And I distressed it. That's graph paper, graph ledger paper that I border punched. Sorry. And how I should say, glass in bag, triple pocket that I made with tracing paper that I coffee dyed, and then I stitched the 3 pockets in and altered these playing cards with the butterflies on it. Here I put a little bit too much gesso. And that's a paperback with the Crafty Arena pocket. Here is a pocket. With the card, and here is a pocket too with that scrappy notepad paper, and a tag that I made with the sewing machine. And of course, here is a pocket too on the back side when I get into it. Here, I hope you see it. Yes. Here it's a belly band. It's a belly band, and I made it to a writing space, and I put an envelope in here that I avocado dyed, and put avocado dyed paper in it, and made a fussy cut the butterfly as a closure. Sheet music, sorry. That's a ledger paper that I distressed a little bit, but it's a vintage ledger paper. And a tag. I'm out of frame a little bit, sorry. So that's the middle of the signature, and I let it be. Don't do anything, but because I liked it. And that's the envelope, and I made a journaling card, a collage to put here. Oh, I must fix that here. That's a tuck, a little bit of, I must do anything about here because a little bit of color or so. Coffee dyed paper, paper bag. That's the other corner pocket. And that stamp is from that certificate that I showed you earlier. And I glue it down. I liked it. And that's an envelope, a journaling envelope that I stamped, and yes, that's not a good stamp, but made a label and stamped free on it. And in the inside, it's a journaling space that I lined up with a graph paper, ledger paper. That's also vintage ledger craft paper, ledger graph paper, sorry. Book page that I avocado dyed. That's a flip, fabric flip. Glassing bag, and the other side of the that is that French postcard, and I like the writing on it. Very, very, very beautiful. And here too. And what I liked it also is that the stands are here on the edge and bended over, but it falls apart. And that's the front, but I liked more the back because I liked the writings on it. Go on. That's the last side, and then the third signature with the that library pocket and that dried flower tag. And that scrappy tag with a crochet lace thingy. And a tag that I made with the sewing machine for practicing, of course. That's a vintage music that I found on the thrift store, and I avocado dyed pattern paper with a tuck here and a journaling card, and I write the name of the flower, the tulip, on it, and I made a little bit of a, how should I say, wavy collaging on it. And here is the back. And dictionary page that I coffee dyed. And here is a pocket with a tag that I made with the sewing machine, and a very thin business paper, leather that I put in it. Sorry, I want to open it but it's from the 1974. Get in. And tack. And sheet music. And that paper here I dyed with red cabbage, and the color came out beautiful. Love it very much. And that's fabric flip with a little bit of lace. Paper bag. Here I don't make the punch very good on the edge, but I like the paper so much. The color also blue, how should I say, blue lila or so. Love it. That's the Crafty Arena pocket. With that card, and that scrappy paper pad, and a tag that I made too. Sorry. Here I made, I put the negative on top of the picture, and I liked it, how it came out. And that paper behind it's also a vintage paper from a book, from a, how should I say, a writing book for learning to write with the pen. And that tag, it's not so very good, but I put anyway in there, in that pocket behind, here on the top when I get it into it. So, and here too. So, and that's a corner pocket with a little bit of collaging here, and a writing space, and an envelope that I made, but it's nothing in it. That's the middle of the third signature. Here I decoupaged with butterflies. I think that is from the Daphne's Diary, but I don't be sure. And that's a pocket here, a big pocket, and a big pocket on the other side. Sorry, it's a little bit chunky junk journal, no? But I like it. I like chunky and stuffed full with things, and I didn't write anything. That's That's the beautiful paper with the red cabbage dye. Sheet music with that I coffee dyed. And belly band, fabric belly band, and I put the piece of cabbage dyed paper on in it, and I distressed a little bit on the edge. Dictionary page. That's a tuck that I must fix it here. It tears up. It had a tear here, and I must fix it. And I fix it with a washi tape. Sheet music that it's writing on it. Don't know how you see here, and there on the top, but I had a full sheet of this, no sheet, a full booklet of this paper. And that's a fabric pocket with a collaged journaling card on it. Yes, and that's it. That's the last side, last page, sorry. And yes, that is my personal junk journal that I made. Thank you for watching, and give it a thumbs up when you liked it, and we see you the next time. Bye guys.